find in London?
Oh, awesome. Nice and peaceful, I tell you.
Is it your first time here, or?
No, I've been here a couple of times a while ago. Maybe I've not been. I don't think I've been back in about 5 or 6 years. So it's been a while since I've been here. But I lived in Italy for the past. Just in 2010, we moved back to America. But my husband played basketball in Italy, so I stayed over there for about 5 years.
Wow. How did you find Italy? That's a nice country.
My husband, he plays basketball, and he's from Chicago, so I met him in Chicago, but then he would go back for a season in Italy, and I would just go and stay with him, and that's where we raised my first son and everything. So.
Wow. So while you were there, was you writing new material, working on your work?
Not so much, but yes and no. Chapter 4, yes, kind of, sort of. But mainly when I met my husband, it was kind of more of, settling down and starting a family and kind of relaxing, because I have been working straight for, since I was 15 years old with music. Yes. So it was kind of like, okay, well, I need a foundation. I want a foundation. I want to have, my own family, and maybe this is time to kind of focus on that.
I think it's good, really, in a way, because, in the end of the day, you've got to focus on your family life as well as your music. But also with your music, a lot of your the songs that you write are inspired by life experiences. And I think a lot of people can relate to some of the music that you've written in the past, just based on relationships, even myself. And I think the good thing about it is that it's two perspectives. The way you've written about relationships and ups and downs, and you look at it from two angles, even from a man's perspective on how women are in relationships, and how you act in a relationship as a woman can affect a man and relationships that he has afterwards. I found that very interesting.
And I don't think you're speaking of Angry Girl.
Yes.
I don't think that, we really touch on that enough. No. There's not really songs that kind of talk about, what's the issue as far as, our setup. Because, all we talk about is, oh, the man did me wrong. Oh, he's this, oh, he's that. But we never really kind of, look at this. Always two sides to, every story. So I thought that would be a good thing to talk about. Obviously, it was.
Yes, definitely. I like, you've done a lot of work with a lot of rappers in America.
Definitely have.
And that's got you a lot of recognition out there. I know that you did some work with Busta Rhymes. And how was that working with him?
We actually did not record our song together in the studio, but when we did the video, he's an amazing guy. Just a star. It was amazing to be in the presence of such a star. So, just his energy and the whole Flip Mode squad there, not just, MCs, but just really great people. Really, really, really fun to be around.
And you've also worked with Kanye West on the All Falls Down. That was a big hit, and I think you guys got a Grammy for that. How was that? How did that come about?
I was working on Chapter 3, and we were finishing up a song called Bullseye on Chapter 3, and he had a deadline for his album. That song was the first single that they had already chosen, but Lauryn Hill was on it. The sample, which she wasn't, she didn't want to clear it for one reason or another. I'm not sure why. But he needed a singer to come and re-sing it. So I re-sang it, and then he was like, okay, well, can you, put your own spin on it? And so I put my own spin on it, and then I left and didn't think about it. But then the next morning they were like, oh, okay, you're going to do the video next week, and then we're going to do this and that and the other. And I was just like, wow, okay, this is great. So I had no idea that, it was going to be this huge, that it was going to spark such a superstar. Yes. I knew that he was amazing. I did not know that he was such a great MC. I never knew, because I had never heard him rap ever. Except for Through the Wire. I was like, oh, okay. But
because he was still relatively quite new then.
Yeah, he wasn't even out. That was his first single, really big single. So before that, I just respected him and knew him and loved him from his musical beat, his beats, which were amazing. So I just, you know, always had a love and respect for him as a producer. So, you know, just doing anything with him was a privilege for me, just because I liked him as a producer. So, and then I came to love him with College Dropout as a rapper too. So,
so tell me about what you're working on at the moment.
My goodness, lots of cool stuff. I have some really cool things going to happen this year. Mainly, I have a acoustic EP coming out of Chapter 5. It's like 5 or 6 songs. And I also redid Wild Horses in an acoustic setting. It's really amazing.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, it's my favorite. It's my favorite song. So.
Are you doing something with Tweet on the acoustics?
Yes. It's the Angry Girl video.
Yeah.
That video was actually, we created that video from a performance, which was my first album release performance. And I did like 5 or 6 songs off of the album acoustically with a conga and some guitars, and it was amazing. And so we're going to turn it into an EP, and then I'm going to do Underrated Deluxe by the end of the year, which I'm going to re-release and put like 4 or 5 more songs on it. And I'm also working on a soul, I know this is a lot, I'm working on a soul album this year. I'm doing a soul remake album with my dad. It's called The Rebirth, I think. Okay. And it's I don't know the title. I think that's what we solidified on, but he changes his mind every 15 seconds. You
worked with your dad before in the past,
yes,
a long time ago.
Yes, and so this one is like remakes of old artists like Etta James, Betty Swan, Aretha Franklin, Curtis Mayfield. I'm just doing all these remakes, and I'm doing them to live instrumentation.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic. It's
going to be awesome. So,
and everybody loves the music from the greats.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's bringing back the authenticity of music and how it was really created. So that's going to be end of the year. I'm working on a fragrance called Colors. A lot of little stuff. A lot of little stuff.
Woman.
Very busy, yeah. A lot of stuff.
Oh, I think that's really good. And you're going to be traveling. Have you got any more tours going on other than London? I'm
on a spot date tour now for Underrated. But there have been talks of a bigger tour. But stay tuned. I can't talk about it. But it's
keep us posted.
Amazing. I can't tell Simon. I think Simon might have an idea though. But it's a big booking agency has inquired about this one tour with some of my very good friends. I'll tell their names. Yeah. With Faith Evans, Brownstone, Monifa, and Kiki Wyatt, and possibly Kelly Price.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. I know that is going to be amazing.
In the making, yes. You talking about a sing fest, honey.
Just let them know.
Faces off.
Let them know they're coming to London.
Oh, definitely want to come to London. But Nikki's coming anyway with Soul Kittens Cabaret, which is a huge production that she's putting together, and it's like burlesque.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like a burlesque, but it's a stage play, and she's bringing that to the UK. So I'm really excited for her as well.
It's going to be different.
It's and it's amazing, and it's amazing. It's just like it's kind of burlesque stole the idea. They really did, because she had it back in 2003. That's how long she's been doing Soul Kittens Cabaret. So she's working on that too, to bring that over here. So. Yeah.
I know that you're on Twitter and some other social networking sites.
_Johnson, yes. Follow me on Twitter.
And there's Facebook as well, isn't there?
Facebook is Syleena Johnson Official. Okay. And my website is SylenaMusic.com. So you can buy albums there. You'll know about all my stuff. Albums, my fragrance, my speaking tours, all kind of stuff. So.
I have to say, I've been on your Twitter and I'm following you. Interested in finding out any more information about Syleena Johnson. You can find a lot of information on the social networking sites. Yes. Is there anything else that you're going to be doing that we could know about? Community ITV?
I can't tell.
No.
Let's just say I'll be doing a lot of television repeatedly in episode form this summer with the ladies that I... Hi, this is Syleena Johnson, and when I'm in town, I watch Community ITV.